I've been sitting here having a conversation with Derrick McLennon. Derrick McLennon is a past president and co-founder of Tropicana Community Services. And as many of you know, 40 years ago, Derrick McLennon and Dr. Robert Brown's vision for the Black community, for Black and Caribbean youth in Scarborough was birthed. And it has grown and flourished over the years into the Tropicana Community Services we know today. And I'm sitting here today with Derrick. So welcome, Derrick, to Tropicana. The results of your dream. We're literally here inside Tropicana, the organization that you founded. Can you tell us a little bit about how you met the other founders of Tropicana?
That's a very difficult question, really. Robert Brown was in the process of setting up something, an organization.
Yeah.
And Robert was sent to me by one of my colleagues from housing. He's from Trinidad.
Yes.
And that was how we started. When I got involved as vice president, I started to do a lot of outreach community work because that is what I saw that was necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the challenges that we came across, I realized that you will not move forward unless you get into the political arena to influence the changes that needs to be changed.
I'd love to hear more about that because as you dug into some of the historical documents of Tropicana, I saw that the United Way, you and the United Way, Tropicana and the United Way, became involved with one another very early.
Yes, and that was one of the reasons why, because timing is very important as well. The sensitivity in the community in terms of United Way did not have a Black organization or a minority organization back then.
Mm-hmm.
The money was being distributed to the mainstream.
Derrick, I got to tell you, even when I first read through this document here, the same 5-year plan, and this is 1986.
That's it.
Strategic planning conferences that you are carrying on and laying vision out, laying strategy out, laying tactics out. This is 1986 in a Black-led, Black-serving organization, and there was another document I saw where the United Way was involved. Oh, here we go. Here's another one here. This is 1985. So this is just before you came back. But as I read through this, and you talk about the organizations that have sort of gone by the wayside, when I read this and I look at talking about the foundation again, I see this as the reason why. Derrick, just as we wrap up, you've talked about your experience in law enforcement, in politics, community service, and so many other things you've done since you've come to this country and been a contributor. Though you have a unique perspective on the challenges both that the wider community faces, but also what the Black community faces, and Tropicana as an organization. What would you say is the biggest challenge that Tropicana faces today?
So you need to promote the organization beyond the boundaries of your cultural domain. That is one of your greatest challenge really right now. You have done a lot of good work at the grassroots level, but you need to move up so that you can become much better known within the environment in which you operate. And don't forget that it does affect your funding as well by not broadening your base in terms of serving the entire community. You need to do that. That's one of the reasons why we survived under my leadership. I don't know for this year, you must have, or last year, provided services to well over 35,000 clients. If you take everything into consideration, about 35,000 clients. The mainstream doesn't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're serving well, and you're serving the needy, but you're doing it in the dark. I am saying, get out in the light. Okay? That is one of the challenges that you face now.
Derrick, thanks so much for coming today. Thanks for sharing the stories of the vision and the visionary work and foundation that you and Robert Brown laid down. It's been my pleasure to speak with you today and to host you here at the headquarters of the organization you and Robert founded so many years ago, but still continues to serve today. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for the lessons. You overcame so much. You overcame so much to lay this foundation, and our community and city are so much better off for it. So thank you for coming and talking with us today.
You're very welcome. And one thing I would like to say, which is compliments to the community, the Black community. We have had several leaders that come after me, and each one has contributed to the growth of Tropicana. With a different level, different contributor level. But the foundation and our vision is still alive. And
very much so.
That is extraordinary.